Hello and welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this Sunday afternoon. In our first segment, we're going to talk about the human being diet with Miss Petronella Ravenshire.
Thank you so much, Keisha, and thank you for inviting me. It's lovely to see you.
It's so exciting to hear from you. Now, I've got to say, when I started reading about the human being diet, a lot of it, I got to say, seems to be a bit of common sense. Is that fair to say?
Common sense, beautifully put, exactly common sense. It's simple when we know how to eat well for health and energy and longevity.
Now, tell me a little bit about what people struggle with. When it comes to our health in general, we often choose the wrong things and we don't know what it's doing to our bodies. Are there small tips that we could use to do better?
There really are. One of my favorite tips is to always, when you're in the supermarket, the grocery store, look at the labels. And if that label has got anything on it that you wouldn't use in your own home kitchen, put it back on the shelf. We're eating too many ultra-processed foods, and we're getting too many calories and not enough nutrients.
Now, what type of things make it difficult for us to do the right thing? I think so often we make things hard on ourselves, and if we just kind of stick to the simple aspects of life, we'd be doing a little bit better. Is that appropriate to say?
That is super appropriate, and really it's very, very important how we start our day. So we've always been led to believe that we need to eat lots of cereal and toast and bagels and that kind of thing. But that just sets us up for low blood sugar crashes, which make us feel not only hungry, but also kind of out of control and exhausted, and leave us longing for the next hit of quick energy, whether it be sugar or grains or whatever. So start the day with protein, really important.
Okay. Is there a certain type of body that reacts to this better than others, or is this something that each and every one of us could, apply to our lives, again, in small steps? What I think, and a piece of it is, I think that when we try things in small steps, we do better anyway, rather than throwing ourselves into these fad diets and throwing ourselves into, completely into all these other things. Is that, a good way to approach it as well?
Absolutely, Keisha, spot on. I mean, the first thing that most of us are guilty of is not drinking enough water. And water is really important for energy and for mood, weirdly enough. But also it allows our body to burn fat. When we're properly hydrated, we can access our fat stores for energy. When we're dehydrated, our metabolism slows down.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it?
Wow,
and whenever we feel hungry or tired or angry or whatever, first thing, not to go and look for something to eat, but to grab a big glass of water. It can really, really help.
Oh my goodness. See, again, that's a small step that each and every one of us could do to go, a little bit further in the right direction. And that's all really any of us want to do, I think, sometimes, is take a step in the right direction, a couple other steps in the right direction, and then we could, be able to live the healthier lifestyles that we anticipate or that we wish for longevity.
Exactly. And it's a really wonderful way to start the day by doing something that's super good for us, because actually early morning is when we need water the most, when we're most likely to be dehydrated. And that sets us up for a really good day. And you know what, Keisha, if I don't have that early morning water, I hardly think about it for the rest of the day. So, so often we think that we're hungry, but actually we're thirsty. So it's really important to hydrate.
Oh my goodness, you've already given us so many great tips in this short amount of time. Is there somewhere that we could, do a little more research, read a little bit more about the human being diet, kind of get these type of tips from you and increase our, possibility of living healthier lives?
Thank you, Kishi. Absolutely. So the book I wrote, I rewrote it, or wrote the second edition in 2023, The Human Being Diet. It's available on Amazon and also on Kindle. And it outlines a 3-month program to lead us. It's not a quick fix weight loss diet, but it does work as a quick fix weight loss diet. But it leads us into a new way of eating forever, basically. a new healthy lifestyle based on Mediterranean style diet eating. And it really, really works and makes us feel better very quickly. But I would also say if you're going to embark on this, the first week or so can be quite challenging. So get really clear about why you want to do it and what you want to change. And that will help.
Oh gosh, thank you so much for making it seem doable, number one, and giving us tips and ways to recognize how we can do better. It was a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you so much, Keisha. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, it is the Human Being Diet. Please take the opportunity to go get the book, learn a little bit more, go to the website, and find out how you can make the steps that you need to live a healthier lifestyle. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.